Don't get your feet wet.
Ida may not have been quite as strong as other storms that hit Dauphin Island, but it still left her mark. When the winds finally died down, crews from Alabama Power began restoring electricity to the more than 2,300 homes and businesses without it. By 11 a.m., the water that had covered many of the roadways on the west end of the island had subsided and left a lot of sand. Only people with four-wheel drive were allowed through. Lucky for us, we ran into Richard Penniger, who was nice enough to give us a ride.
The last several storms, the streets been completely covered in sand, unless you had a four-wheel drive, and even with four-wheel drive, you could get stuck. There's been 3 stuck today. The four-wheeler was the only way to get down here except walking.
Sand and water covering some roads weren't the only obstacles. Crumbling driveways and picket fences in unusual places made it difficult for vehicles to maneuver. Ida made a new home for a lot of things on the island. Some things more interesting than others. But there was one thing we saw over and over again.
The beachfront houses, a lot of them lost their stairs.
Penniger, who has lived on the island for 15 years, says damage from Ida was not the worst he's seen.
There's been times we'd come home and houses would be sitting in the middle of the street.
He says residents got lucky this time.
If you're going to live down here, you better learn to expect it.
Reporting from Dauphin Island, Cherish, Fox 10 News.
Penniger says it's hard to say how long it'll take to clean up the island this time. Judging from previous storms, it could be within the next 2 or maybe 3 weeks.